Welcome to my YouTube channel Talwani Classes. In this session, we will discuss about the chapter Mensuration, which is a very important topic from class 6 to 10th. In this class, we will firstly discuss about the perimeter and area of different shapes. Mensuration. Mensuration means measurement of perimeter and area of different figures. First figure is rectangle. This is a rectangle. This side is known as length and this side is known as breadth. So, perimeter. What is perimeter? Perimeter is the total distance covered from one point of the given figure to complete it from all sides up to this point again. So we can say that perimeter of rectangle is first is L, length of the figure, then breadth, that is B. Again this is also length and this is breadth, that is L plus B. We can see that there are 2L plus 2B, and by taking 2's common, that is the perimeter of the rectangle. So we can say that the perimeter of rectangle is 2 into L plus B. Now area. Area is the multiplication of two lengths. There are two lengths, that is L and B. So we can say that area equals to L into B, LB, unit square. Here is only unit because there is the sum of two lengths. So we can say that we get one length only, and here are product of two lengths. It means the length L into B, there are two lengths, so we can say that the unit of this LB area equals to unit square. Now diagonal. We have learned about the Pythagoras theorem, which is known as the diagonal, and this is we know that this is right angle, and in a right angle we can find that value of this side, that is known as hypotenuse, with the help of Pythagoras theorem. So we can say that diagonal equals to length of square plus breadth square. So we can say that this is the diagonal. There is only will be the only unit because this is the sum, and after taking square we have to sum, then we have to take the square root of this values to find the diagonal of the rectangle. Mainly three figures are there, three things are in the mensuration of a rectangle. Second is square. This is a square, and we know that all the sides of the square are equal, so we can't name them just like length or breadth. We will name them just like a side. This is side, this is also side. The perimeter of a square, just like this. Length, at the place of length there is side, at the length place of breadth there is also side. So we can say that side plus side plus side plus side equals to 4 into side. This is the perimeter of square. Now area. Area equals to, just like that, L into B in the rectangle. So we can say that in a square the area will be side into side. Side into side. It means side square, and there is only unit, and there is unit square. because it is area. Now diagonal. Diagonal of a square. This is the diagonal. And same as in rectangle, the diagonal will be L square plus B square means S square plus S square. There is 2S square in the square root. By solving that, there is root 2 into side. This is the value of diagonal of the square. Now our third figure is triangle. We know that there are so many types of triangle. The figure of triangle is, that is the figure of triangle. That is A, B, C. This is the height of the triangle. The perimeter of triangle. Perimeter. Triangle. Perimeter will be sum of sides. Because there are so many types of triangle, just like scalene triangle, isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle. So to find the perimeter, we have to sum of the sides. Now area. Area equals to half base into height. This is the height, and we will take BC as the base because this height is on the side BC. So we can say that area of triangle equals to half base into height. Now we will discuss one more type of triangle, that is equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. EQUI, equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all sides are equal, so we can say that perimeter will be side plus side plus side. All sides are equal, so we can write that is 3 into side. That is the perimeter of the equilateral triangle. Now area. The formula which is used in the area of equilateral triangle, it is also used, that is half base into height. And one more area is used in equilateral triangle, that is under root 3 upon 4 into side square. This is only used in the equilateral triangle. Now the height of the triangle. Sometimes we are given the perimeter or the area, we have to find the height of the triangle, that is height. Height equals to under root 3 upon 2 into side. That is the height of the equilateral triangle. You can take the screenshot of this page. We have discussed three figures, that is rectangle, square, triangle, and now we will discuss about the parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium, circle, semicircle, and another type of quadrilateral. Okay, now we will discuss about the parallelogram. Parallelogram. the figure of parallelogram is this type. In this figure, the opposite sides are also equal, just like rectangle, but the angles are not of 90 degree, but in a rectangle there are angles, all four angles are of 90 degree. Now the perimeter. Perimeter is just like the rectangle, just like 2 into sum of adjacent sides. Adjacent sides. What are adjacent sides? This side is adjacent to this side is adjacent to this, and this side is adjacent to this, and this side is adjacent to this. We will take only two sides, this or this, this or this, this or this, or we can take this or this. So we can say the perimeter of a parallelogram equals to 2 into sum of adjacent sides. Area. Area of parallelogram equals to base into height. This is base and this will be the height of the parallelogram. If we will take this side as base, so we have to take this length as the base or height of the parallelogram. So we can say that area of the parallelogram equals to base into height. And one more thing, in this parallelogram there are two diagonals and they are of different sides. There are two diagonals these are two diagonals. These are different length. They have different length. This diagonal is much bigger and this is smaller. And one more thing to know, to learn about that, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. It means they divide each other in equal parts. This part is also equals to this and this part is equals to this. This is the point of intersection of these diagonals. Now, rhombus. Rhombus. Just like a rectangle, there is a parallelogram figure, and similarly, just like a square, there is a figure rhombus. All sides are equal in rhombus, just like in square, but the angles are not of 90 degree. So we can say that perimeter of rectangle must be just like the perimeter of square, that is 4 into sides. And now area. Area equals to 1 upon 2 d1 into d2. What are d? These are the diagonals, that is this diagonal and this diagonal. The area of the rhombus is 1 upon 2 d1 into d2. One more thing, these diagonals also bisect each other. This part is equals to this part is equals to this. One diagonal is bigger and the other is smaller. One more thing to know about that these two diagonals, only in rhombus and square, diagonals bisect at 90 degree. It means they are perpendicular to each other, but in rectangle and parallelogram there is no right angle, they are not perpendicular but bisect each other. Now the next figure is trapezium. Trapezium. Trapezium is just like this figure. Or we can say that trapezium must be this type of also. In trapezium there is a fixed point, there is a fixed thing that one pair of parallel lines are there. These lines are parallel to each other. If they are not parallel, this is not a trapezium, that will be known as a simple quadrilateral. This side is parallel. This may be 90 degree or not be 90 degree, but the important thing is there is a pair of parallel sides. Perimeter. Perimeter mostly is not asked in the matter of trapezium, but we have to know what is the perimeter. I said that perimeter is the sum of total length. So we can say that sum of all sides is the perimeter in this figure. Now we will discuss about the area. Area equals to 1 upon 2 sum of sides, sum of parallel sides, parallel sides into distance between these two sides. This is the distance, or we can say that this is the distance. Distance is calculated when the angle is 90 degree. This is 90 degree, so we can say that this is the distance between parallel sides or height of the trapezium. This is also known as the height of, because it is already right angle. So we can say that area of trapezium equals to 1 upon 2 sum of parallel sides into height of the figure, or we can say that the distance between two parallel sides. This is our trapezium. Now next figure is quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, any type of quadrilateral, that is, this is any type of figure that is a quadrilateral. And the area, perimeter equals to sum of sides, perimeter equals to sum of sides. And in this figure, in this quadrilateral, the area must be equals to, this is the one diagonal and two perpendiculars from the remaining vertices are will be given. This is one diagonal. Either we can take this diagonal and perpendicular from these two remaining points. So we can say that area equals to 1 upon 2 diagonal into sum of perpendiculars, sum of length of perpendiculars from the remaining two vertices. So we can say that this is the diagonal and these are two perpendiculars from remaining two vertices. So the area of the simple quadrilateral equals to 1 upon 2 diagonal, given diagonal, length of the diagonal into sum of perpendiculars. There are two perpendicular, so we write perpendicular. Now the next one is circle. This is the circle, this is the center, and this is known as radius. The perimeter, or in the figure circle we will say circumference. So I will write circumference. Circumference equals to 2 pi r. 2 is a number, r is the length of the radius, and pi is constant. Pi equals to 22 by 7, or we can say this will be 3.14. By taking the value of pi 22 by 7 or 3.14, we can calculate the circumference. Now the area equals to pi r square. Pi is multiplied by the square of the radius, that is the area. Now the semicircle. Our last figure is semicircle. That is half of the circle. This is radius, and radius of double, that is diameter, and diameter equals to 2r. So we can say that circumference equals to, this is total circumference is 2 pi r, but we have to take the half of the circumference. It means 2 pi r upon 2, that is pi r plus 2r, or we can say that d, diameter. And the area must be equals to half of pi r square. Half of the area of the complete circle is is half pi r square, that is the area of the semicircle. So in this class we have discussed about the complete figures that are used in this chapter, mensuration, and in our next class we will discuss about the many problems related to this exercise. Okay, now thank you to watch my channel, and one request to all of you, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Goodbye.